All right, imagine this. You found the access tunnel, hidden a mile off the main road, just like the coordinates said. The door is already ajar, and the smell, something is very, very wrong. You're following this faint distress signal, pushing deeper and deeper into a derelict SCP facility. The hallways are just empty. Your footsteps are the only sound, echoing like there are a dozen ghosts walking right there with you. And then you find it. The source of the signal, coming from a dark, barricaded office. There's a single computer on the desk, its power button just blinking, blinking, blinking. You sit down. You turn it on.
You know the Foundation's whole deal, right? Secure, contain, protect. They are the only thing standing between our nice, normal reality and, well, everything else. But like any organization that operates in the shadows, they have secrets. And the Foundation's biggest, most dangerous secret is locked behind one designation, SCP-001. So what could possibly be so bad that it has to be hidden from almost everyone?
Well, this is where the Foundation's legendary paranoia really becomes a kind of art form. See, there isn't just one SCP-001 file. That would be too simple. There are dozens, maybe more, and they all contradict each other. It's a hall of mirrors, this deliberate, tangled web of lies. It's designed to make it impossible to know which story is the real threat, or if maybe they're all just decoys. The truth is buried so deep you'd never find it. But this terminal, it's booting up. And the first thing you see is a very serious warning.
Your heart is just hammering in your chest. But you've trained for this. You're inoculated against these kinds of informational hazards. To anyone else, that fractal image on the screen is instantly lethal. It's how the Foundation keeps its secrets, by, killing the curious. But to you, it's just a key turning in a lock. The system confirms your life signs, and then you're in. But something's wrong. There's an error. You're not seeing the current file. You're accessing a revision, a ghost in the machine.
The file loads, SD locks proposal. You probably know it by its other name, When Day Breaks. And right away you know this is different. This isn't some monster in a box or a weird magical object. No, this is an XK-class scenario. That's Foundation speak for the end of the world as we know it. This is the story of how everything just ended.
The core of the anomaly is so simple. It's terrifying. One day, for no reason anyone can figure out, the sun just changed. And it wasn't UV radiation or some crazy solar flare. It was the visible light itself. The warm, life-giving sunlight that we take for granted every single day became the thing that brought on the apocalypse. Just let that number sink in for a second. Within the first 24 hours of this event, an estimated 6.8 billion people were gone. Nearly the entire human race just wiped off the face of the planet in a single day. But to say they were gone, well, that doesn't even begin to cover the true horror of what actually happened to them.
And here's the sickest, most twisted part of it all. They don't die. The moment sunlight touches your skin, you just melt. You liquefy into this gelatinous, waxy substance. But you're still in there. You're still conscious. You're still aware. You're trapped inside a brand new, monstrous body.
And this directive, right from the official file, just hammers home how completely hopeless the situation is. There is no rescue. There's no cure. You can't even offer a mercy killing, because it doesn't work. The anomaly won't let you die.
Now this file, it's not just cold, hard data. It's personal. A chill runs down your spine as you realize where you are. This isn't just any derelict facility. This is Site 46. You are sitting in the exact office where a researcher named Dr. Logan Igata recorded her final words. With a shaking hand, you click to open the audio log.
Her voice is trembling. You can hear her trying so hard to keep that professional calm, but it's completely shattered. She and a few other survivors are sealed inside this facility, completely cut off from the Foundation, listening to the melted, screaming biomass of their former friends and colleagues pounding on the doors.
Iota is just clinging to these tiny little bits of hope. They've got supplies. Her partner, Ari, is safe with some other survivors down in the site's armory. In one of the logs, you actually hear her call Ari on the radio, and it's this small, warm moment in the middle of this cold, dark tomb they're in. They joke, they try to comfort each other, but the reality is, right outside their door, some of the site's other anomalies, also transformed by the sun, are clawing to get in.
The site director came up with a plan, their one shot, an escape tram that could take them to a safe house. But it was a trap. The biomass, it flowed in through the ceiling of the transport tunnel.
It started dragging people out, ripping their protective suits off, and pulling them into the light. And then, you hear the most chilling part of the entire log. Dr. Aigata is recording when a voice crackles over her radio. It's Ari's voice, but it's wrong, twisted, gurgling. The thing that used to be her partner is outside, begging her to come out and join them in the beautiful sun. It sings their song. And then a whole chorus of other voices joins in, a choir of monsters serenading her from just beyond the door.
So this is where things get really, really weird. The file itself, on the screen in front of you, it's starting to break down. The text glitches, it becomes corrupted. This isn't just a passive report you're reading anymore. It feels like the anomaly is actively reaching out through the data. The words on the screen twist and glitch. Don't be afraid, it says, mixed in with corrupted code. That cold, clinical Foundation tone is totally gone, and it's been replaced by something that's pleading with you, coaxing you.
Let me in. The file is talking to you. It is actively trying to break through the screen. That barrier between the story you're reading and your own reality is just dissolving. In her last, desperate recording, Dr. Aigata confesses she tried some kind of ritual to bring back Ari's soul, but whatever came back was still tainted by the sun. Utterly broken, she decides there's only one way out. She says she'll be safe in the dark, where the light can't get her. And then the recording ends. You open the desk drawer. Her sidearm is still there.
And then the computer dings. The file is updated. A live video feed opens on the screen. It's a security camera view of this room. It's looking down on you from behind. And then a black, oily, skeletal hand enters the frame, reaching for your shoulder.
You spin around and you fire, but there's nothing there. And then you hear it. That wet, sloshing thud of the biomass outside. The door splinters, then it just explodes inward. Arms reach out. They pull you from the chair, passing you down a line of fused, melted bodies. They drag you through the halls, up the stairs, and back towards the tunnel you came in through. The screen goes black. The log ends. Okay, just take a breath. That horrifying, immersive experience, that is exactly why When Day Breaks is hailed as a masterpiece of apocalyptic fiction in the SCP universe. It's not just scary, it's a masterclass in horror because it fundamentally corrupts the very things we are supposed to trust the most.
So what makes it so dang effective? Well, it's how all these different elements of horror come together. First, it takes the sun, our ultimate symbol of life and safety, and turns it into the villain. Then you have the body horror. And it's not just death, it's a conscious, gruesome transformation. You lose yourself, your very identity, as you get absorbed into this mindless collective. There is no escape, not even in death. And we see all of this through the eyes of Dr. Aigata, which makes this world-ending catastrophe feel incredibly, painfully personal.
And that really is what this file leaves you with. It's a story that whispers that the most basic, fundamental constants of our universe can turn on us without any warning. It taps into that deep, primal fear that maybe there is no such thing as true safety, no ultimate refuge. And that is a truly chilling thought to leave you with, from one of the darkest corners of the Foundation's archives.